cancel mix. Here we go. What happened? But that's when you think you got it all figured out. Somehow, they're gonna mess with me. What is the again? Browser. Call it browser. No, that's not it. Delete. Move that. That's not it. Window capture. 4K capture? Is that it? No. Then when I go into that, there's nothing there and it's grayed out. So it's not that one. Means the system is not recognizing that. Doesn't know it exists. I'm gonna do a new window capture 2, and then we're gonna have to select. So and pick stuff up, man. How is that possible? The exact same. The exact same thing. What you're seeing right now is the exact same thing that I just already had up here. And the system said, you got to call it something else today. Every time you get on this OBS, you got to figure out what you going to call me, because I'm going to be something different every time. Well, I tell you. You have to be patient, but also you have to, man, you have, like, this is crazy. I'm sitting here doing this on, I'm like, I'm not going to stop streaming to do this, because it's like, it sends you guys messages that, hey, I'm getting ready to get on, and then I get on, and it's like, oh, hold on a second, let me be right back. And then instead of me being right back, it's like, caught up, and it's like, it's a false flag. Like, you guys all showed up because you thought you were gonna see a show and turn into something like this. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? What's really going on? And what is this thing here? There you go. Drag you all the way to the bottom of this entire event, just so that we can tidy up the. Yes, we did. What we're working with, I think that's pretty decent. We got the gist of everything there. All right, so that works. Now onto the main screen. Alright, So we're gonna drag you all the way down to the very bottom because we need you to be at the very back. We're going to fit the screen and we're gonna get rid of the little riffraff extras. So you guys don't need that. You don't need the little extras. You just need just enough to see what's going on. We'll do it like that and we'll lock it into place. There goes nothing. Okay. So I think we got volumes. Volumes are looking somewhat decent. I'm not sure. It sounds like there's going to be an echo. So I'm going to cut that one off. To a good threshold. You need to be able to hear me though, so I'm gonna bring that up. Alerts are always up. It's looking good on this end, and then my vertical. So YouTube also has a vertical option. If you don't want to turn your phone sideways, does that make it better? I don't know, but I guess it's a way for it to hold it easier and keep an eye on what you're doing. Alright, let's go. Let's get on the screen. Going through the DLC. Debating on which way I want to play this game, like how I want to view the game. I mean, I like this game utility. That's what I'm using right now, but there's limitations to it. Like it, because of the resolution, I can only expand the window so wide before it kind of like starts to gray out on the sides, which kind of defeats the purpose. I have a big screen that I could use, but then it makes me kind of look away from the chat and away from the other things I need to keep an eye on. Debating how I'm gonna do this. Turn into screen. Definitely not. Don't get kicked out because I'm not gonna be able to see the kick chat. Let's see. I'm gonna pop this out. So I'm gonna bring this over here so I can just see it whenever I need to hop into the kick stream. Discord. It's a live stream, so and of course it's connected. My microphone is on. But those that were on Discord, could you hear me? No, you can. So that's fine. I don't need that. YouTube is available. Still able live on that. And I'm going to grab the chat on that. As soon as it becomes available. Right now it's not available. YouTube is leading today, but it's not letting me focus on helping them on that part. So Twitch looks good, and I have that that chat available. So we are good to go. And I have my kick stream up. All right, so I'm gonna do it this way. I'm just gonna play it straight on the script. Just like that. So we gotta bring that down just a little bit, and now we are going to begin our journey. The walkthrough that I'm going to follow is I think I'm doing it right. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's him, Fighting Cowboy. Shout out to him. Yeah, Fighting Cowboy is the channel that I found that I'm gonna be using to go through this. I think I have a couple other features that I'm gonna mess around with just so I can, yeah, okay. All right, so you're out there on Kick, you gotta give me a shout out in the chat, so I know you're there. Everybody else, I think I have an idea of when you appear or when you show up, but Kick is the only one that I just need you guys to just kick the door when you come in. Off here, just about at the beginning of the journey. As you can see, I haven't really done much. Kind of unlocked a couple maps. Unlocking a couple maps. It's been pretty chill. Not really getting too far in the game because I've been doing a lot of co-op helping to level up. So if you're new to Dark Souls, the way it works is you can help others as well as you can help yourself in this game. It's called co-op, or you can do invasions. Invasions is when you, as your character, go into another world that currently is allowing players to enter. So like the only place you can invade is a place where like somebody else has already been invited that doesn't exist in that player's world. So let's backtrack a second. Let's say I'm a player and I get to a part of the game where there's this thing on the ground. It's called a summon sign. And so when I examine that summon sign, so like I touch it, right? So I go and I touch that sign, it then becomes active. So that means that at any point in time in my game, if I feel like I could use some extra help, or I would like to invite somebody in to help me through a section of the story or the mission, as some games call it, then I can touch that sign. And when I touch, or not touch the sign, I can open up a signal. It's kind of like a bat signal, right? Like what the commissioner used to do when they needed Batman to come in to save the day. So I could put that sign down, and when I put that sign down, what ends up happening is that any player out there who is wanting to help, their sign will show up on the ground. So when the sign shows up on the ground, then I can pick and choose, depending on how many signs are there, who I would like to summon or request to come in to help me defeat this stage of the game. So when that person comes in, it opens a portal. So the portal allows for 4 active players at any given time. 4 given players at any given time. Now, if I summon one player and only one player shows up, that means the portal is open for 2 other types of players to show up. One of those types of players could be another player that I summon. So now that makes us 3, a trio. Or if I don't summon anyone, an invader can show up. So an invader can show up. That takes up the 3rd slot. And if an invader shows up and I have put out a request for support, like air support, when you go into a battle and you say you need air support. So I can put out air support in the version of what is called a hunter. The hunter's job, when they're called, is to hunt down the invader. They get paid if the invader is eliminated before the host. They don't get paid if the invader eliminates the host. Make sense? So what ends up happening is so now I summon one player, an invader shows up, and a hunter shows up. That's the only way a hunter can essentially show up, is if I only request one player to show up to help me and an invader appears. Hunter can't show up by itself. It can only show up after an invader has appeared. Now, what if I summon 2 players? So, if I summon 2 players, that means that 3 of the 4 slots are filled. What that also means is that I'm no longer able to hire a hunter should someone come and invade my world. Because I've allowed 2 other people to enter my world, there's 1 slot left, and it's always open for an invader. It's not open for a hunter. It's only open for an invader. So the invader can always appear in a world where there are 3 co-ops. Oftentimes, that's when invaders appear. If you're doing a 2, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But even if they do, you bring in a hunter. It kind of like the invaders coming in with all their, healing powers and flask replenishers. The hunter is entering with the same scenario with all of their stuff. When you play with 3 people and you're going through the game, you may be expending some of that energy. And then when an invader comes in, it really creates a high-level word conundrum. Difficult situation. So here's the difficult situation. The difficult situation is that you've already depleted some of your energy, and now you have to fight someone who's coming in with all their energy and more than likely are very powerful. Because most invaders are coming in with bleed capabilities because they're going after a human, right? A host. And since you also are human, that bleed ability also can impact you too. So you go into this fight, and the strategy that some players take, the main players, hosts, because it's really about the host. It's really what the host wants to do, because the host is the one that has to stay alive for you to stay in that world. So hosts that are savvy will stop their journey and eliminate the invader. And the reason why they want to eliminate the invader is because with the exception of these people that stand around here where you are to rest, like these grace, these are NPCs that will not hurt you unless you aggro. Like if I swing a sword at this guy, then we're going to get into a fight and we're going to have a problem. Same here, right? So I'm not going to do that. Just because storyline wise, it's kind of like suicide, right? Like you're not going to finish the story at 100% if you do it that way. So that's not the way we want to do that. However, everything else in this world wants to kill you. It literally, I mean, even the sheep over there, if you get close enough, they will find a way to ram you because they just don't like you either. So because of all of that, you you have to go in with the mindset that, everything that you're doing in this game is intentional. Everything is intentional. So, that to be said, I think I lost my train of thought, but that's okay. We're going to keep it moving forward. I am wearing an outfit that I picked up last night before I ended my stream. It is called the Oathseeker Knight Helm. Now, what does it do? I have no idea. So let's take a look. Switch view. Simple view. No, I don't want that. I want to look at what it is. Oathseeker Knight chest armor. Black with gold ornamentation. These knights set off on quest of discovery, hoping to find by themselves an oath of their own, choosing to serve in perfect, lifelong devotion. It doesn't really offer anything. I mean, it has some physical negation, which is good. It has some, levels of resistance. Anything close to 10 when it comes to like magic, fire, and holy, I'm always appreciative of. As you can see, it's really lower on lightning. When an enemy tries to pierce me, or slash, you can see that my damage negation cuts down some of that. But what it really is about the physical. If someone hits me, I'm gonna really be able to block a lot of that physical, which is good. Because if you look at some of the other outfits that happened, well, actually I take that back. That's not as good as this one. This one's actually better all the way across the board. So I'm really doing a disservice to myself. Matter of fact, as I look, I don't even know how this thing got down here. Like, it falls in a category because of weight. I think that's no, it's not even weight. It's not that heavy either. Well, it's lighter than the Royal Remains, but it's the holy. It's the holy. Yeah, lightning. This does better against lightning, fire, magic, all-knowing armor. It's actually better all the way around, except it's just way heavier. It's about, 1.5 points heavier. This one is really heavy. This is heavy too. So part of the challenge is that the weight distribution of the load of the armor is really it really gets heavy. As you can see down here, we're getting into 23, 22-ish weight. So 9.2 is good, considering that the next 9.2 is the exile armor. The exile armor actually is a little bit better. Wow, man. You know what? That's just really cosplay. That armor is just really good for cosplay. It's not better than any of the ones that I've already Like, look at that. Just look at that. That is the difference. This one, you don't like. Look at this one, Nightreign armor. Like physical, I'm gonna get pummeled if I get hit. But magic wise, I'm protected. Same thing here. Physical, gonna get pummeled. Physical, gonna get pummeled. So, yeah. Now this is interesting because I'm gonna rock with this one just for now because I want to see how this plays out. But I'm learning more and more. I'm learning. This is more of a low balance armor. It's not really great. It's good, but it's not great. But we're gonna rock with it. Okay. So now that we got that covered, I may be doing some helping today. Depends on how far we get in the DLC. The goal is to level up. It's always to level up. Level up, get stronger, get better, learn the game more. We got a ways to go before we can level up. We're sitting at 300,000 runes. We need about 750 to level up. I'm gonna cap my leveling up at when I get intelligence at 30. So it's 3 more. So it's 86, 87, 88, 89. And then when I get 2 more arcane, 90, 91. So 291 I think is a good healthy break on leveling up until I can get through the DLC. So that means that it will relieve me of the weighted loss of losing runes and not being able to recover them. For those who don't know, anytime you die, you lose whatever you're holding. Now, because you've lost it doesn't mean you can't get it back. But there's a caveat. There's a catch. And the catch is that you must collect the lost runes before you die again. So, when you die, there's a little icon that shows up on the map. And I collected my last rune, so you can't see it on the very top where the direction the compass is. You'll kind of see like a little icon. It looks somewhat like this grace here, but it's like little spiky light, rays of light. And that's basically your runes on the ground where you died the last time you played. And so if you go back and you stand over them like this, like you would stand over grace, and you press that triangle, you pick them back up. And you pick them back up before you die. Even if you die during that fight, it kind of like resets. You lose the runes you just picked up, you come back alive again, and you have a chance to pick them up before you die again. So you can continue doing that. The problem happens if you're going to pick up the runes you've lost and you die trying to get them. And if you die before you get them, whatever you have on you at that time is all you can retrieve at that moment. So let's say I lost all my runes and I'm at 0. And I go back into the battle and I see them laying on the ground and I don't pick them up and I only have 0. When I die, I'm going to lose what I have, which is 0. And you say, well, you can't lose what you don't have because you don't have nothing. No, that's not correct. You will lose what you have, regardless of whether it's 0 or whatever. And here's the kick, and this is what really kind of is funny. If you have 0 runes and you die, you're going to probably see a little icon over there saying, pick up your 0 runes. I think. Maybe not. Maybe it's a little less than that. But the point is that once you die, whatever you have on you is all you can recover. And if you don't recover it before you die again, you lose that catch. And you're only allowed to collect what you currently have. So if you look right now, if I die anytime during this journey, I'm going to lose at least 300 runes. I'm going to gain more as I attack and defeat enemies on my way, but I'm going to lose at least 300. And I have a chance to get it back before I die again, and then I get back to 0, and then I got to start this journey all over again. So a way that I accelerate gathering runes is by co-op. I go in and help people. The more I'm able to help them, the more I get paid. The more I get paid, the faster I can level up. There it is. Now, that being said, let's get going. Except for like the bosses. West. Going to be heading northwest. We're plugging the wrong side of a cliff. What was that? That a bit. Sorry. Somehow it went backwards. I don't know why it went backwards. We're not gonna see a boss just yet. What am I wearing? Here are my weapons. Lion's Claw. We're going to pick up a Lion's Claw. So we're gonna run over here. I think I may have already picked it up, because what I'm really doing is I'm retracing back, because I dropped off from doing this DLC for a while, and then going back in here because there's some things that I may have, I'm just trying to cover my bases to make sure that I didn't overlook. And thankfully, a couple things. One, this right here, obviously I did not complete this part yet, but another thing was I got a level tier last night, which was very important because it allows me to respect or recreate my player in a different way, which comes in handy, definitely. So I'm glad I did do that. Now we're gonna head, we're gonna probably head north in this direction, going west, north, then west, knocking out these people. So I see what he's doing, so we're gonna just kind of follow along. He went north a little bit. Oh, wait a minute, there's some stuff here. I always pick up what you see run. And he went north a little bit. Then I think he went west. Yeah, he went west. Yeah, he went west this way. Now, okay. He still went west. I think he went west. Is this the west he went to? You gotta always keep your head on a swivel, because there's always something trying to kill you. So I'm not sure. I'm really trying to get a gist of where he is, and then I'll kind of explore my own. I see something over there. I see something over there that I'm probably gonna pick up. See it up there where the north symbol is? It's kind of glowing. But he says, get down towards the water. That's what he wants to do. Get down towards the water. Okay, that was his whole intent, was to get down towards the water. But what's this over here? Shadow room. See? Those are good. What is this? Something else. You see a gray, light, shadowish type of creature player. It's really someone else playing the game, but you're getting the shadow of them, right? Like you're not getting all of them, you're just getting the shadow. I need y'all to stop. Okay, I need y'all to stop. So it said we need to get down towards the water, which is good. So we're here down towards the water. Now let's see what else he says that we need to do. We'll grab that. I think there's something in that water I need to fight. I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Okay. So let's go here. Oh, right there. That's where he wants to go. So how did he do it? Oh. He went over here. Somewhere up here. Here it is. He went over here to talk to this guy. And he disappears. Oh, snap. What is this? Serpent Crest Shield. Let's take a look at this. Something new. What does this message say here? We'll applaud that. Anytime you applaud a message, wherever that person is, if they're in this world, they get all their health restored, no matter where they are and what they're doing. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, so let's take a look at this shield. One of the things I also learned from Fighting Cowboy is how you set up your inventory. Whenever you get something new, if you set it up to where it's that the recent items show up first, then it saves you the trouble of trying to go through and find what you found, right? Find what you found. So Serpent Crest Shield, it's a medium shield strike, so it can be used as a weapon. It comes with no skill, so it's like no Ash of War, so it won't do something on its own without you adding something to it. What are some of the things that it does? Physical power, attack power, I'm not really concerned with a shield because I don't really use the shield for that purpose. I really use the shield for the purpose of defending myself. So really what I'm looking at is guarded damage negation. For me, a deal breaker, complete deal breaker is if the physical is less than 100. Why would you have a shield that does not protect you 100% from a physical attack? Isn't that what the purpose of a shield is? So that's why I'm not gonna keep a shield that has less than 100 physical. And you'll see that in my inventory. The other things, it really depends because you can use other buffs to protect you for like magic, fire, lightning, and holy. The area that really is important is the guard boost. And the reason why is because the guard boost combined with other talismans can effectively create a scenario in which when a boss or an enemy hits you, you don't lose anything. Now with the physical damage negation, you are going to lose a little bit from that attack, but you're not going to lose any if your guard boost and the shield buff that you put together equal 100. So I can level up this shield and get it as high as I possibly can. And then if I add a buff to my person, I can effectively turn it into 100% blocking of all physical attacks. Now magic, fire, lightning, holy doesn't really apply to that area, but physical does. If I don't, then there is some limited ability, but it does work. So this is a good shield. I'll take a look at it. The weight is important. Weight is only 6, which is good because that means that I can wield other heavier weapons along with this shield and not get too heavy where I can't roll and dodge. So that's good. Red flesh mushroom, material used for crafting. White flesh mushroom, same thing. Now, this is Savage Lion's Claw, usable on swords, axes, and hammers. Small armaments and thrusting swords are accepted. So you can't do that. It's heavy. It grants infinities, and so what does it do? Skill of a particularly brave, even among the red mains. Somersault forwards, striking foes with armament. An additional strike may be performed with an additional input. So in other words, I'll do a front flip towards my enemy, slice them as the blade is coming down. Then I'll have the ability to do a follow-up swing while in that act. So not bad. And then this was what I picked up when I picked up the Old Seeker's outfit. A weapon comprised of a linear double-sided blade attached to a substantial guard wielded by Oath Seeker knights. This versatile armament can be swung about like a fist or used in the manner of a straight sword. Impaling thrust. Skill that lets piercing armaments overcome enemy shields. Build power, then lunge forward for a strong thrust that pierces an enemy's guard. Okay, so this is more like a lance. I'm not, the mechanics on fighting on a horseback in this game is a little clunky, so I don't really kind of do that. So I'm not really a fan of that weapon, so I may not use that one as often. I did pick this up last time, which is the Blessed Blue Dew Talisman, and I did equip it immediately because what it does is it gradually restores your FP, which is your faith power, right, or your magic power. That's important because you get to replenish your magic power only twice, or depending on your ratios, less than your health. It's always most of the times less than your health, unless you're a mage, which is a magician. But the key thing is that if you're going into other worlds, or if you're like me, you're going exploring this world, as you use your FP, having this on while you're exploring, you're replenishing it so you don't lose it, and that just extends the life of your player so that you don't die. So it's important. I like that. Work of a wandering artist, reminiscence of a painting titled Incursion. This painter is said to have captured the landscapes seen during the last moments of those welcomed into death's embrace. The soul of the painter and the vestiges of the death's last moments can be discovered by visiting a location depicted even now. So these are like little mystery clues, side quests, but it also shows you the graphic arts and the attention they've given to artists by including paintings as the collectibles in here. That's pretty awesome. Cookbook is very important because it helps me craft hefty lightning pot. See, there it is at the bottom. So now I can make those. And then I picked up 2 of these. Now, what is a larval tear? Looks like an embryo, right? Because that's what it is. It's a material required by the amber egg cradled by Renala, queen of the full moon, to birth people anew. Being born anew allows the reallocation of attributes boosted by leveling up. So there it is. I got 2 of those since I've entered into the DLC. There's some other items that are in here. I don't really see them as important as the things that we talked about. There is one other thing here, which is the 4-toed foul foot, and this is a material we use to create strong, powerful items. So that being said, that's what we're wearing, and this is what we're doing. And so now we're gonna get ready to continue on. I'm not in. See, there's the painting right there. Look, there's the painting right there. Look at that view. Man, that's beautiful. See why this game won so many awards. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it. Okay, so there's something over here. I'm about to run over here and pick this up. Something laying down right here, but I already picked it up. So that tells me I don't know what I was doing. I must have been freelancing because I picked that up out of order. 100% out of order. Oh wow. So there's a. We going? Sorry. Always. Red flesh mushroom. Them rams will ram you if you're not careful. Guess what? We're going to jail, fellas. Ladies, gents. We're going to jail. Put on my lantern. And put my shield out because why have it? Let's take a look at this message. Could this be a trap? Oh, praise that. Let's see. Could it be? This is how, if you've never gone through this game, check these messages. This community is great in helping people figure out what's going on when they don't know. Ellerat Gaul. Lost race discovered. Now I can find this place. I can always come back to this place. One thing that you did notice though is that now that I'm underground, you'll notice that there's a red slash through all of these places. The rule in Elden Ring is that you can only transport when you're above ground. When you're underground, you can't. Now there's an underworld, which is different. Underworld is a whole different world. You could transfer to the three worlds. So you have the main land on the base, you have the underworld in the base, and then you have this world, realm of shadow. You could transfer to any of those if you're on land. But when you go underground, you can't. Until you get back up above ground. So that means basically stuff goes bad down here. I don't have no recourse but to, figure out how to get through it and then get back to the surface. So that's why it's kind of like really, really, really important that you know how you can navigate through this space, and more importantly, that you pay attention to the clues that are around. So let's go. Got this here. So I think we're gonna conclude this episode. He has a complete playlist of walkthrough. And so I'm gonna do that. Looks like. Okay, so did he just go down there, touch that, and then come back? I think that's what he did. I think he did that. I think he just went down here to collect this. Or did he actually go through? Let's see. I wasn't looking carefully. Yeah. No, not going that way. More gray birds around over here to the left. that would fight, but there's some stuff here that we need to pick up, and that's what we're gonna do. Want to try to collect as much of the stuff around here as we can. These mushrooms, you just never know. Start crafting something and you're like, whoa, hold on a second. Come on, birds, get out of here. Let me deal with these brave birds the way I need to. First things first, I'm gonna knock you off your perch. There you go. Get you mad. Come on over here. Put you out. Let's go. Dang, I didn't think you like that, huh? Who's next? Now, here's a trick. If I swap out for one of these, so I don't really need this one. Now I bring in this one. It raises item discovery. What it will do is it will increase the chances of me getting a special item. So look at the discovery points. If you look at the character status on the right and you go all the way down, the very bottom, close to memory slots, which is the very last thing, you'll see where it says discovery. And so it says 128, which number means that the chances of me finding something, right? But when I hover over the silver, not the gold scarab, because the gold scarab doesn't change that. But when I move over to the silver scarab, notice it goes from 128 to 203. So that increases almost 100 points in the ability of finding something new. So I'm going to put that on because as I'm attacking these NPCs, not the main bosses, and please remind me if I forget to put it back, swap it. But it will raise the opportunity for me to collect even rare items than the ones I'm getting off of them. So let's see if it makes a difference. Come on, see, and the aggro changes when they hide. Get down. Okay, so that one's done. Let's see here. You. You notice the dot is only on the one that's alive. They're mimicking the ones that are statues to try to trick you as you walk by. Like, oh, these are all nice statues. And then one decides, I'm not a statue. I'm actually here to kill you. I've just been waiting. So I'm gonna throw this at him. Come on, bro. Dang, he wasn't close enough. Now he's close enough. Now they're all done. So now I can go. See, I pick up a smithing stone. That was pretty good. But this is what I really came to get. Grave bird armor. You know what we do. Let's go take a look at it. Let's take a look at what is grave bird armor. You remember, I went to inventory, recent items, grave bird armor. Now, physical, you're gonna get sliced up like chop suey. But lightning and holy is pretty strong against. Not bad. It's more cosplay, you know, it's more if you're into costume designs. That'd probably be better suited. That'd probably be a better role for that. So. Going to eat alone. So he just went over here, found wolves garden, some kind of mushroom. Can't forget that. Smithing stone, see? Man, I'll tell you. will be some wolves guarding something over here. So as soon as I get up to them, I'm not gonna run from the action. Because if they're after me, I'm after them. Yeah, if they're gonna try to kill me, I'm gonna try to slay them. Oh, there they are. Come on. Beast blood. Notice, I still have that silver scarab on. So I'm picking up a lot of stuff that is good quality stuff. So now we're done with that. Where next? So the good news is we're gonna get to see my mimic tier over here. There is somewhat of a need to bring the mimic tier out. So we're gonna do that. Look, if it's in the game, it's in the game. I came from the EA Sports world. So if they say, look, it's in the game, it's in the game. If they say you can bring help, I'm gonna bring help. And if they say you can't bring help, I'm not gonna bring help. Now, what is help gonna wear? Help can do exactly what I'm doing. Mimic tier doesn't only takes help because it's like taking a part of me. Oh. There we go. Now, what is this? Oh, another great cookbook. This is big too. So let's take a look at that. Play hefty fly pot. Okay. Don't know what that is. There. Now, he says the enemies are not really good against fire. So if they're not really good against fire, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put on my fire blade. My blasphemous blade. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. You're just twitching. I don't know. But he left here. I'm not. I'm gonna look around. If the mimic tier is alive, what else? What else is over here that will compel me to have this mimic tier along with me? And this is where sometimes I'll deviate away from the actual walkthrough. Right? Like, okay, typically the mimic tier is brought about because you gotta be kidding me. You're telling me that this was all the mimic tier was here for? Was just this hut? Wow. That's interesting. It's typically not the case. So I'm just really surprised at that. Oh well. It's typically not the case though. Okay, he's heading south. It's this area over here. So let's go.
This way for base.
Southwest. When he goes
Yeah,
south.
just double check me out before we grab the grace. Let's go get the damage right to the grace.
Okay, so he's going down
So
to
we're
the...
not going to fight this dragon yet.
Okay, great katana. He went down here to pick up the great katana before he got out of here, which meant that he had to go and hang out by this dragon just long enough to pick it up. He didn't fight the dragon yet. He just went and picked it up. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Yep. That's all I'm gonna do. Just go to pick that thing up. Ain't no point in messing around. And I'm gonna be over here, and I know y'all don't like me over here. I'm just gonna take care of that. Pick up this. Not resin. Whew. Boy, that's good. Hang out right here. Finish this up. Southeast.
Just done one of the playthroughs so far.
I'm gonna back up. He's still going through this.
Sticks characters.
Okay. He went up here. Apparently there is a grace somewhere over here. Oh, am I going in the right direction? Oh, it's over there. There it is. I was going in there right now. You know, you've never been to this grace before because you see those sparkling things hanging out around it. It's telling you that, hey, this is something new. Watch what happens once I discover it. So right now it's new. It looks like, hey, check me out. You've never seen me before. And I go and I touch it. And now when you look at it, you notice those things go away. That tells you that you've been here before. There you go. So that's what that does. Now we're about to get busy, everybody. We're about to get busy. The one thing I am noticing is that they do carry some level of madness. So I have to be able to be mindful of that. But here we go. Let's shed a little light. Oh no, I already had my light on. Let's shed a little light on the situation here. Okay. Now, my tier is going to be able to show up. Let me see what this thing says. Oh, how it hurts from very tip to toe. Oh, help me, I must ask. So poetic. Makes you ponder. Now, I should be able to get my tier out at some point. Come on, tier. Come on, tier. Oh, bye. Well, I guess you can't do it. I guess you're not gonna let me do it. They don't really handle fire well at all. Fly mode. Fly mode. Broken room? That's interesting. I don't think I've ever had that before. Take a look. What else do we have? We got some more of these enemies around here. Go look. Yep, there they are. Y'all don't really handle fire well. Just when you thought you was gonna give me a hug, I reminded you, no love. It's no love. It's no love. Something else. Yeah. That over. Take care of that. I do a sweeping movement. I try to go left, right. Look around. Is there anything over there matter? Nope. Keep moving. Advance forward. saw something up here. Oh, there's something up there. What's down here? Oh, there's even something down here too. Okay, so I have two choices. Whoa. There's something right here. Aha. I knew it was too good to be true. There's a bait and switch move. Is there anybody else around here? So how did I know it was a bait and switch? Your life stat, your vital stats show up when you're about to go into a war or into a fight. And they showed up. Human bone shard. That's gonna come in handy somehow, some way later. I just left here, so just took care of them, so that's good. There's another thing over here in this corner that I'm gonna pay attention to, but for now I am going to address these guys. The terrain is tough. Who's next? Who's next? See what this sword does? As I defeat them, it replenishes my energy. So it extends my life. What's this? A reverent spirit ash. This raises the strength of my ash of war in this world. That's the way that you strengthen up. I mean, leveling up is important, but it's really about the power and the strength of your attacks. And in this world, you have to have certain things that will allow you to really negotiate your success rate. We gotta get up there. That's where we're headed next. There are some more people we gotta clear out. Here's a message down here. Behold, precious item. Yep. Thank you. Let's go on up here. See what else we got to deal with. Blood stains typically means somebody didn't do well. You roll over these, or you use your torrent and you pick them up. Runes is like money in this game. These people. Into the trifecta. And got the Rada flute. Okay, there's something in here, I think. I'm gonna find out. Sometimes they do an ambush. Gotta be careful. What does it say? Still no Elden Ring. Haha. I could leave a message too. I do sometimes. When I see, like, if there's something that I had to really navigate and I had to really kind of like do research and try to figure out how to get around, and it was just like, you know, I went on YouTube and I did all that stuff, went through chats and everything. Then once I navigate through that space, I will leave a message and be like, hey, you know, hey bro, like, you got to do it this way, else you're gonna be in here for a while. Ailment talisman. This is an interesting talisman because what it does is that it, whatever you are affected by, like say for example somebody hits you with magic, what it will do is it will recognize that and say, okay, oh dang, that hurt. All right, from now on you'll no longer be hurt by magic. That's pretty good, right? Or if you're hit by blood, then I'll be like, oops, yeah, that kind of hurt, so we're not gonna let that happen again. And there's certain ailments. So as you can see, a talisman depicting a soul taken by sickness. When certain ailments are triggered, so it's like rot, bleed, poison, stuff like that. Once it's triggered, this talisman grants resistance to the same element. So you can't be infected more than once. This is really good to, like, if you're in areas of the game where there's like scarlet rot, all over the place, or there's poison all over the place, and you put this talisman on, once it's triggered on you, it does a really good job of reducing the ailments. Does it completely make you 100% resistant? I don't know. We'll see. I'll put it on when we get to those scenarios, and we'll see how it plays out. The other thing we picked up was fly mold. That shit does look like fly mold. A species of fungus known for its deadly sweet stench. Deadly sweet stench. I don't know if that's something positive. Found by hunting manflies. Yeah, you're right about that. Hot innards. Ooh wee. This is not resin, which is kind of like root resin. And then this is the great katana. A large katana with a long, heavy blade, a weapon unique to warriors of the land of reeds. Designed for aggression, this armament requires the wielder to throw their entire body into swinging it. The slashing attacks of its honed edge incite blood loss. Overhead stance, a skill that starts with the blade held high in a ready stance. Execute a normal attack from this stance to step forward and slash downwards, or a strong attack to deliver a series of downward slashes. What is that gonna look like? Yeah, I'll have to try that one out. That is outstanding. They let his mimic tear ride with him the whole way up here. My mimic tear died as soon as I started moving away from that cursed spot. Down somewhere over here. Even further down on the side over here, and there's something else down here. Even beyond this right here, and then yep, there it is right there. He did the smart thing. He got off his horse. He did not ride over there to fall off to the side of the world. That was smart. This area usually has larval tears. If I haven't picked it up, it'll show up over here. But if I have picked it up, it will not. And it is here. And just like that. This is beautiful. Another larval tear, which is big. Again, another rebirth. He doesn't bring that up in his walkthrough, but that's an example of, you know what, I'm here, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab it because I see it. It's dark, and that's what we're gonna do. So that's kind of like why I did it. So that's kind of like how I deviate a little bit from the walkthrough, but it is a really good walkthrough. So, that I got that. Let's keep going. Yep, back over here, Great Bridge North. Let me guess, he's going to pick up that larval tier. Yep, the one I already picked up. Different order, but we did the same thing. Okay, and then we just head straight south. Once that area where the larval tier was collected, which I already did that, and as you can see, it's not dark anymore, so it's really just like not there anymore. But if it was dark and it was there, it would light up like a hollow ground like we saw. So I'm going over this direction because there's something else over here that I need to pick up. Actually, there's a couple things, a few things over here I need to pick up. So what do we have? We have the furnace visage. I don't know what that is, but we'll take a look at that. We have another furnace visage, and then we have the Great Potentate's Cookbook, which is another important item. Got that. Making progress.
At this point, we've basically cleared out this one on the west side of the Great Plains. There's a couple big things that are still left.
There's something over here that we're gonna get. There's something down this road we're gonna pick up. These markers help in the map for you to see where you need to go, so you kind of like shorten your randomness. We are finished with the walkthrough part 1. Accomplished everything that we needed to accomplish in that first one, that first walkthrough. The Earth Tree walk through 2 that we're going to be getting into, but first we're going to level up. And in order to do that, there's a couple things we got to do. First, we got to get out of here because, again, there's no point in us being in here if we can't teleport anywhere else. So where I'm going to teleport is a farming area where there's supposed to be these people carrying these heavy pots on their head that if you go and slash them, you can kind of room farm important items that you need. So I'm going to do that, and while I do that, over here. And then while I do that, I am going to put my summon sign down to let people know I am ready to co-op to help out so we can level up. We'll move to the next walkthrough chapter. Being summoned to another world just like that. We'll go back up. Not going to aggro anybody before we get going. Okay, so we're going to change this out. I'm gonna put rot in here because it's gonna increase my power for that. You have that weapon, so I don't need it. Let me use this one instead. And he's waiting for another person. Let me get out the way though, because sometimes the summoning space that you take prevents somebody else from showing up. So I'm gonna sit here because I'm hoping that the summoner space is not being occupied by. He's waiting for that person. Oh, you put out a summon sign and then you left? Like, trying to understand. Trying to understand. What are we doing here? Oh, you going. You are going. Oh yeah, you gotta pick that up, bro. Okay. Have cleanse me on deck because you get scarlet rot and then it slowly steals your health while you're being poisoned, which is basically what scarlet rot is. He's about to go down this little tombstone thing. Interesting. I like this cutscene. Alright, and then this is where the actual fight is, but you know, you can't. You'll be able to come back here. Alright, golden bow. Flame protection. Grant me strength. And let's go. Oh wow. the one time I was allowed to do it. See, now I've lost my flask. Oh man, you caught me? That's it. You did it. Did it. GG. GG. Here you go, bro. Here you go. That's a dub. It's a dub. If you're in the chat, that's when you throw out dubs. Give me some dubs in the chat. Some dubs in the chat. Give me some dubs in the chat. Alright. Getting back to where we were. Do some farming. Farming. So we get to an opportunity to do this to level up. Right. So caller. Oh wow. I mean, you showed up. Then you showed up. Aggroed your owner. This probably gonna be replaced with this because she hits. Oh no. Oh no. It's not good. Okay, back to what I was doing. You were mad because I took care of your dog. Like, man, dude took my dog. Discoverable. Gotta take this off, put that silver scarab back on, because this is gonna help me get special items. I'm gonna do a slow roll. happens when you pray to demons. Come on, doggy. I knew you were coming. I knew you were coming. I don't want the pot to know I'm here. I don't want the pot to know I'm here. Because, no, low key, I'm coming after you. So, and it's to come after you.
Hey!
Just wanted to see what we were working on again. It's okay, so. Thank him too. I just did that because the host died. I was just trying to see if I could make an impact on my way out. But damage was already done. This is what I'm picking up. The spirit gravestone. That's what I was trying to pick up. That is important. That's an important item. So to eliminate losing my summonings sign, I have to run back all the way over here or put on torrent and do a reset. Sit down. Oh, I'm being summoned, so it doesn't matter. I gotta remember to move my scarab out to match whatever we're doing. Those are PvP invites. It's like a backdoor way of doing PvP. Go into the Coliseum, and just fight there. Why bait people into something they're not doing? I'm not going into a world to help somebody. Requesting me to come and help you. But make sure you have the right scarab on. Oh, save date. Oh, dang. You weren't even allowed to come over here? Okay. Dog is always aggro when I do that. Dog's always aggroed when that happens. Didn't work. Good buddy. Yep. Don't aggro or go do what you gotta do. Get down that whatchamacallit. Oh, feedback. Come on, bro. There's nothing down there. Gotta stay with the host. What's down here? Where are you going, bro? Down there? Ain't nothing. Go run down there. Dirt nap down the river. Not really much down. There's the void. All right, 712. Big. That was a big, heavy lift of help. That's why I was able to get to almost the status to level up. Yeah. Yeah, the more you help, um, the more you're rewarded. Or the more items, like the more things that you defeat in that process of helping, along with the actual boss that you've been summoned to help with. That all plays out. It all plays back. So this is going to be a firefight. So I need a fire shield on. I don't need this. He is a beast, and he is a fire beast. He is a fire human beast. Uh-oh. Did I loot someone? Oh, okay. So didn't get anything out of that deal. All items that oh, it's okay. It happens. But I got the stones that I needed to get. Those gravestones. Do it again. And then once we level up, I'm gonna take a break and then get back into the DLC. I'm pretty close to leveling up. So it's either I'm gonna level up by doing this rune farm, collecting special items, or I'm going to do it by showing up and helping somebody defeat a boss. Yeah. Oh. Dog got taken out. Not sure if the guy got taken out. He needed to be taken out. They're mad because something's going on and they can't figure it out. But I can figure it out, and it starts here. Oh, yeah. Lay everybody down. Lay everybody down. I'm gonna go to sleep, everybody. Not resin. Beautiful. Spirit gravestone, rather fruit. Not resin, and then beast bones. Something over here that I white flesh mushroom. Notice those are items that are like part of the game. And this part of the game is really good to get those. Right? Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Nine. 754. Yo, yeah, man. This is what I'll do. I will sneak attack you. The dog will get mad, and then I have to. I know. Deal with the doggy. Come on, doggy. Deal with you because you don't like that. You're like, who let the dogs out? You're trying to. Oh, you got something that I want. And I know you got something that I want. So let's just give it up. Give it up. Or, yep. Give it up. Let's go back and do it again. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat till we get to the feet. To the feet. Not the feet. Not defeat. The feet. Like in DA. Feet as in enormous feet. Like heroic. You say if you gotta explain what you're saying, you've lost already. Alright, here we go. Back at it again. We're farming till we get called Call of Duty. Not Call of Duty as in the game. Call of Duty as in helping someone accomplish their goal. Still wasn't quiet enough. This dog is very sensitive. He can sense anything from a block away. And guess what? Pot, yeah, you can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. What you got? Got a stone for me. That's what I've been trying to grab from. Oh. Hot resin. It's always good. Anything else over here? Oh, another stone. Because you're just so kind. Appreciate you. I'm back over here. Not. I say, go after that fire guy. No. Nope, not there yet. But you're level 200. I'm a noob. Just because I'm leveled high doesn't mean I know what I'm doing. Matter of fact, that's why I'm leveling high, because I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like, I'm going to bludgeon my way to victory because I'm just going to be so strong that it's going to compensate for all the mistakes that I make in this game. All the mistakes that I make in this game. Whether it's the wrong load, like this right there, like that right there. I should have dodged that, but I wasn't paying attention. What different weapons you're supposed to fight with? All that stuff. Look, this dog getting a hit on me when he wasn't supposed to. Oh, darn it. I wanted to do that. Oh, and then I lost the spirit stone that I came over here for to begin with. That bad boy disappeared on it. No, I picked you up anyway, so I got one. I just kind of disintegrated into the earth. Oh no, let me hide. Oh, and he just went flat into the earth. All right, come on, come on. This should be the one. This should be the one. I want this to be. A lot of hotness over here, so we're gonna need to shield ourselves from that. And
Hey! Hey!
all right, let's go. You got a big sword. I got one of those too. I'm learning how to flip down. Did y'all take care of that? Nope, sure didn't. Oh, the lizard guy. Come on, lizard guy. Come on, lizard guy. Here we go. One after the other. Those are the ones that, yeah, this is the guy. Hit me. I'm gonna blast this blade on him because I'm getting hit. It's hurting. I'm getting hit and it's hurting. big-headed, lizard-looking ridiculousness. Okay, I'm feeling good about this opportunity here. Must be going through a story dialogue. Normally they'll let us in, but now we done lost our. I just rolled that. Lost everything. Let's go. Oh. Oh, I forgot. This is the blasphemous blade thing. Oh boy. Oh boy. There. Need this weapon to fight this thing. Pick it up. Got me. I was dodging that. Oh, come on. Oh my God. I was dodging that. Got one more left. Oh, God. Help me out, though, bro. Like, real. Dang. Alright. This is part 1. So I ain't even part 2 yet. when you go into this fight, there's the weapon that I have right now. It's right at the entrance. If you don't pick it up, then it really makes this part hard. Because he starts using that blasphemous blade. When he starts using that blasphemous blade, it is no joke. Like, he's coming right now. But he just hit me and I thought I got out of that. It's the only thing I can do. It's just back up. Because they are, and then when he gets mad, get him off of that. Off of that. Go. This is where it starts to go down. Our last one. Bad news for the host. Didn't work out. Was not wielding the right weapon the entire fight. And unfortunately, that's why he died. Or she died. Or they died. For me though, I accomplished my goal. At the expense of the loss, I'm okay. So that being said, we're going to take a break here, hydrate, rest. I'm gonna level up first so that nothing happens that will reduce that opportunity from happening. We're gonna keep everything consistent, moving intelligence and arcane up to 30. So we're at 28 on both of them, which is great. We'll take a break here. About 15-20 minutes. I'll jump in the chat when I'm about to return. But in the meantime, give yourself a break. Go check out some other channels if you need to, and come back and hang out some more when you can. Oh, look at that. Just saw something that I'm gonna fix real quick. I'm gonna bring more of this into the gameplay. Sorry, if you're on the vertical, my bad. I'm just trying to make it a little better for you. Apparently it's not, it's just, there's a lot going on. This one, a little too wide screen for that audience, that viewing audience. They can't really see a lot of the stuff that is going on in the game. They're like, oh, what just happened there? I can't see it. Well, I'm gonna try to bring this into a space where you can see as much as I can get you to see on the vertical. It'll be mostly the main things, the main stuff. I'll try to keep my player in the center focus of the game for you. You're gonna miss some of the stats because there's some things you're gonna see you're not gonna be able to see, and it's only because as much as I try, the vertical app doesn't really give you the best scenario in terms of what you offer to your viewing audience as opposed to the more horizontal. So we'll leave it at that. I did what I could. We'll take a break and we will be back. shortly.